There's an ancient story that illuminates the healing journey. Mark Twain once called it the greatest story ever told. You've probably heard it before, but today I want to explore a dimension of it that speaks directly to your heart. Hi, I'm Brett, and this is an invitation to remember your heart. Welcome to the Radiant Return. If this message is meaningful to you, you can like, subscribe, and share your reflections in the comments. You are a gloriously complex being. Thoughts, sensations, and feelings are always flowing through you. You carry a name, a unique body, and a favorite color. You are individual and distinct, yet at the same time, you are always connected to something much bigger. Like a sunbeam shining on the earth, you bring light and life here, while never ceasing to be connected to the sun, your source. You are in the world, but not of the world. That's the magnificent paradox of your true self. When these truths are in harmony, there's peace. But when they're fragmented, when the mind wages war over which identity is in charge, fear and distress take over. Often, we reject or abandon parts of ourselves just to find a little rest. We project blame outward and hope someone else can rescue us. But healing doesn't come from getting all the circumstances of your life just right. That's an endlessly maddening game of exhaustion. Healing comes from gathering every aspect of yourself back home, loving yourself so completely that shame loses its power, and remembering your wholeness as a beloved child of God. This truth is so clear in a story Jesus told 2,000 years ago, the story of the prodigal son. It's the story of a ruptured family, struggling to be unified. A wealthy man had two sons. The younger son demanded his inheritance early, which was a deep insult in that culture. Yet the father allowed it. The son left home, wasting everything on parties and pleasures, and eventually found himself starving and taking care of pigs as the only job he could find. In desperation, he remembered his father. Even the servants in his family's house lived better than this. So he returned home, empty-handed. He was absolutely certain he was no longer worthy to be a son. He was ready to beg to work as a servant. But when he was still far off, the father saw him. He'd been keeping an eye out for his son's return. Filled with compassion, the father ran down the road to greet him. He embraced his son, kissed him. He rejected all suggestions of his son as a servant. He put the best clothes on him and threw a big party to celebrate. Now the older brother was furious. He had been faithful at home, yet had never received such an honor. To him, this kind of forgiveness looked unjust and unfair. But the father said, "Son, you are always with me, and all that I have is yours." But we had to celebrate. Your brother was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. It's a moving story of grace, and it reflects our inner journey. In dark moments, I have felt like the younger son, ashamed, unworthy, convinced I had no place. And I've also heard that older brother's voice inside me, the harsh critic, judgmental, unforgiving, demanding I pay the price for my mistakes. Have you felt those two voices battling in your own mind? The shame and fear of the younger son, the judgment and self-rejection of the older. In those moments, the father's heart still whispers. To the younger son, you were lost, but now you are found. All I want is for you to come home. To the older son, you are always with me, and everything I have is already yours. Peace arises when we cultivate that heart. When we learn to rest in forgiveness of ourselves and bring every memory, every fear, and every story into the safety of divine love. This is what it means to return to your heart. The part of you that transcends fear and separation, the part that always knows the way home. Even when the mind forgets, the heart remembers. This heart isn't the passing swirl of moods and emotional reactions that you experience in daily life. It's the deepest center of you, where the divine presence runs down the road to meet you. And though the distance between head and heart may feel long, the Father never stops looking for you to come walking down the road. This heart gently calls you home, even when you seem to be in a far-off country. It looks out in the distance, hopefully expecting to see you on the path. And this heart races out to meet you, even as you fear judgment and rejection. Each morning I come to God, struggling with the voice of self-judgment, ready to be a humble servant. And each morning I hear the same response. You are my beloved child. Abide with me in the kingdom of heaven. No more reason to hesitate. Just come home. It's time for your radiant return. Friend, may you always know how beloved you are in this life. You are most welcome here.